Council meeting now in session. Please rise for a moment of reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Secretary.
First District, David Ham.
Here.
Second District, Ronald Brewer.
Here.
Third District, Charlie Brown.
Here.
Fourth District, Pete Lindemoller.
Present.
Fifth District, Christine Spears.
Here.
Sixth District, Bldg.
Here.
Seventh District, Randy Neiman.
Present. Madam Chair, if you could make an announcement that the election board meeting, if anyone's here for it, is down the hall in the large conference room.
I think you just did that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to remind my council at this time, we have an executive board, an executive meeting after this meeting. Awards and minutes.
Motion to approve November 18th. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of November 18th and seconded. Discussion, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 7-0. Been a while since I said that. Awards and resolutions. Resolution recognizing December as National Human Rights. I'm going to pass my gavel to my vice chair, Councilman Brewer. Whereas on December 10th, 1948, the United Nations General Assembly crafted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which enriches the inalienable rights that everyone is entitled to as a human being, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, language, political or other opinion, national or social origin, birth or other status. And whereas Human Rights Day is observed on December 10th each year, marking the anniversary of the UDHR's adoption, which is the most translated document in the world, available in more than 500 languages. And whereas it is important to acknowledge that people of different cultures and creeds are still people, and we must be careful of differentiating ourselves from our fellow humans so much that we forget this core truth. And whereas in the decades since the adoption of the UDHR, human rights have become more recognized and more guaranteed across the globe through advocacy, education, and reflection, teaching about human rights, promoting social justice campaigns, and encouraging community engagement. And whereas, as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, the UDHR is a global blueprint for international, national, and local laws and policies. And whereas the Lake County Council recognizes that the fight for rights and equality never ends and encourages residents to stand up for equality, justice, and the dignity of all humans. Now therefore, let it be resolved that the Lake County Council hereby recognizes December as National Human Rights Month and December 10th, 2025 as Human Rights Day. So resolved this 9th day of December 2025. Christine Sid, Dave Ham, Charlie Brown, Randall Niemeyer, Ronald Brewer, Pete Lindemalder, and Ted Bilski. I so move.
Second?
Been moving properly second. Roll call.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindemoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes. With a vote of 7-0, it has properly been moved.
Thank you. Anybody have any comments on that or discussion? I'll just say that in today's culture, political culture mostly, I think it's been forgotten. And I think we really need to take a look deep and remember that everyone should be treated human. I mean, even those that commit crimes, we still have a right to treat them in humane manner. So, thank you. All right, next is, I have some acknowledgements. We have our schedule came out for our next year's meetings. We want to congratulations to Deep River County Park for receiving the Legacy Park Award by the Indiana Park and Recreation Association. Jim, would you like to say anything? Come up and say a few words?
Thank you very much.
You have to come over here, Jim.
Oh.
Yeah, why do we have that? Oh, we have it facing the audience.
In the camera, so you can see it.
I
Yeah,
get it.
because normally you can't see anybody on the edges.
Right.
So anyway, thank you for the recognition. Diane Lito, who's my business manager, not my personal one, put in for that with the Indiana Parks and Recreation Association. And the award was to recognize parks that have been around for a while, that affect the community and build community, honestly. And this is the first time this award has been created, and we were the first recipients, for which we're very proud. And you know me, as always, get outside. I know there's snow out there, put some boots on, but come out and enjoy your parks, our parks. I always like to say they're your backyard. So welcome. And if there's anything any questions or anything we can do, just ask.
Weekends at the grist mill, let's just start right here.
Oh, that was last weekend. You done missed it.
I did miss it.
Oh.
You know, you could
I
have
didn't
gone
bring
in.
my puppy in.
That was an opportunity for you to buy all your Christmas gifts at one time, but now I'll get you in if you need.
Oh,
I got cash.
you know, I used to do tobogganing when I was a young girl, and it was so much fun. So I was thinking the other day, where can we go tobogganing?
You know, there's the.
We have
Veterans
Oak Ridge
Park,
Prairie. Oak Ridge Prairie has a hill. Portage does, and then,
Hobart, the Vietnam Memorial on 73rd and
Has one.
51.
well, as a kid, you know, a lot of the
61st
younger
and
days, we went to the
I-65.
interchanges on 94. And we would sled down the interchange, and then
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
You took that
did
fun away.
too.
That was on 61st and 65. If you got a good sled, you can end up in traffic on 65.
minor details. Minor details. Again, thank you so very much.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. Proud of you.
Great job.
Okay, and now our very own Scott Schmall received the Director of Finance, the Chiefs Award from our Public Defender's Office. So Scott, congratulations to you. Job well done.
Can we get some comments from Scott?
Sure, come on, Scott.
Yes, tell me what.
Okay, that's it. No.
Yeah, so it's an award because I'm a friend of the Public Defender's Office, meaning I partner with them on their finances and their budgets, and I think my my strategy and my mindset aligns with theirs. They're frugal, they're really good with their finances. They're one of the great departments to work with, especially since 40% of their expense is reimbursed by the state. So every dollar they spend, 40% comes back into us as a reimbursement. And I'm truly honored for the award because it's a group of attorneys that made this decision. So for a finance guy to get an award from attorneys, that really says something, I think. So again, thank you very much, and I'm honored to get the award.
Congratulations.
Scott.
All right, coroner's office. Morning, David. Councilman Niemeyer?
Here.
I'll turn it over to the coroner. We have not had a chance to touch base on this, but I'm happy to consider his transfer with him being here in person.
Good morning, everyone, and it's great to be with you this morning. If I go by your sheet, I'm transferring from 61,150, 255, 390, 163, 130, 630 to office clerical, other equipment and motor vehicles. The office and clerical did not have enough funds to complete the year for two individuals. Last year, we had, you agreed for a couple of raises for staff members, and there wasn't enough to cover that. Other equipment is for something new in our office. We currently carry two portable radios, and that's not fair to my deputies who are out on scenes. Dealing with the sheriff's office, other law enforcement agencies. We were trying to get some used radios. We were trying to get a grant for radios. I was using a gentleman from Motorola to look out for some grant money for me for our office, and none of that worked. The radios that we possibly could have received from Gary, they said were not compatible with the new system. Thank you. Or we would have taken those. To keep my deputies safe out in the field, and possibly when they're in secure buildings like hospitals and other law enforcement agencies, so that we could get a signal, we are needing these new radios, and I hope you would approve the request. We are not getting a radio for each and every deputy, like other agencies have for their deputies and officers. We are getting two for each shift and two for myself and my chief deputy. So we are requesting funds for 8 radios.
Can I ask a quick
Expensive.
question, Madam Chair?
Yes,
Just briefly
Councilman
with that, and we always try to encourage the co-op purchasing, and Councilman Niemeyer, I don't know if you talked to him, or is there any way that we can throw in and buy these radios and get a better price as kind of a Groupon type thing with the sheriff or through the commissioners? Is that where we're gonna
Is
go
there
with this,
currently a bulk purchase being made somewhere?
Well, I was saying that.
I've already done that through the Motorola rep, and they are giving us the very best price that they can. It would probably equal or may even be better than if we did something like that. I can double check that.
And
The people we're dealing with.
is enough radios so you have backup?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You have enough to cover your staff?
There is plenty, and
Really?
it includes, if I can find my notes on this, let's see, 5-year. Are you?
That's okay. I got it in front of me. I can see that. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the transfer.
They are definitely, they're discounting the smart apps. It's including 4 backup batteries as well, including 5-year programming, and it's including 1 year locate and mapping. So it's including quite a bit for those 8 radios.
Yeah, these aren't your standard Fisher Price walkie-talkies.
No, they are not.
These are pretty high-tech pieces of equipment.
Yes.
Now, nonetheless, do I think Motorola gouges government agencies? Absolutely. But nonetheless, if you're getting the group price, then
Yes,
yeah,
you are.
I'm pretty satisfied with that.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming and giving some explanation of this, Dave. Thank you. Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to approve a transfer county general fund from 61150 paraprofessionals, 105,62255 pathology supplies, 10,000 62390 other repair and maintenance supplies, 5,000 63130 toxicology lab, 10,000 63630 maintenance and service contracts, 5,000 to 61160 office and clerical, 3,000 64490 other equipment, 72,000 and 64440 motor vehicles, 60,000, total $135,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? I have a question. What is the motor vehicle that you're purchasing?
Motor vehicle, Councilwoman Sid, is, we are finally replacing, the black van. The van that a lot of people associate our office with. I purchased the first time I was born in 2007. So this vehicle, we're having some problems with it. I just don't need it to break down in the middle of the night with my deputies in that vehicle. So we feel we got a very good deal on a new van that will also accommodate the lift system that's in the original van. We're gonna be able to transfer that lift system, which I got Homeland Security money for back in those days. We're gonna be able to transfer that lift system into the new one, which is gonna cost a couple of dollars, but it's not like buying a whole new lift system, so that we can transport multiple decedents if we have to. So that is, those funds would help purchase a new van to replace the 2007 van.
And then, of course, you're going through the commissioners for your vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Because it has to be plated in their
Yeah.
name. Okay. All right. No further questions? Roll call. I mean, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
May I just wish everyone a Merry Christmas to you and your families.
Yes, same to you. Thank you.
Have a safe, healthy, and prosperous new year to each
Yeah.
of you and your families. And I appreciate everything you've done for our office throughout the year. You guys have done just an unbelievable job for Lake County, for all the individual departments, and looking forward to working with you next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Merry Christmas.
Coroner,
County Assessor,
may I make,
Councilman Bldg. Yes.
make a statement?
Yes.
I just want to let the coroner know I appreciate him showing up. We're ending another year. And we still do not see the face of many of the department heads here. And I will continue to raise that issue about why is it they don't show up themselves. I understand that they may send the top person that knows all the particulars and the nuances of the department. But it would be nice if, and I don't know what it is officially their duties, but we as a council can make that request of them as we have for eons since I've been on the council, asking that they show up at the meeting.
Yeah, I don't know if we can demand their presence, but I agree. I believe they should be present unless they have a really good reason, but. All right, County Assessor.
Scott, we had talked with Latanya. You said to address all these issues in February.
These are
We just do these now and then
the extra money.
that's for the
The reorganization.
moving the
Data. and
money out of the other department back in the lateral.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. All right, Madam Chair, item 6A, make a motion to approve a transfer out of County General 63145 legal services to 63190 other professional services of a total of $50,000.
Okay.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve an appropriation from the reassessment 2015 Fund 1337, line item 63190, other professional services of $14,400, total of $14,400.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham.
Yeah.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Lindamotor.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Number 7, Madam Chair, make a motion to approve appropriation reassessment fund 1337 to line item 63190, other professional services of $3,600 for a total of $3,600.
Reduction.
Reduction, yeah. Motion's been made and was it seconded? And seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Lindamotor.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, Wash Township Assessor, and make a motion to approve appropriation reduction reassessment fund 215, fund 1337, line item 63190, the professional services, $3,600.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Discussion.
Yes.
We skipped center, but we can go back to it.
Yeah, thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Brown.
Yes.
Lindamotor.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, revisiting number 8A, Center Township. Make a motion to approve appropriation reduction reassessment 2015 Fund 1337, line item 62190, other professional services, $3,600 total.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Lindamotor.
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, item number 10, St. John Township 2006. Motion to approve appropriation reduction and reassessment fund 2015 Fund 1337. Line item 63190, the professional services, $3,600 total.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Lindamotor.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Councilman Ham.
Chair, in criminal courts department 3002, I move for approval of transfer in the general fund from 61120 professionals, 25,000, 61140 protective services, 1,000, 61160 office and clerical, 10,000, 2230 clothing, $367, 63231 travel registration, $1,706, 63232 travel meals, $842, 63233 travel and lodging, $1,727, 63234 travel transportation and other, $1,769, 63235 travel mileage, $2,954, and 63630 maintenance and service contracts, $514. Transfer to 61110 official administrators, $5,000. 63190 other professional services, $30,014. 63290 other communication transportation, $10,000. And 63910 dues and subscriptions, $865 for a total transfer of $45,879.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, in Department 4001, I move for approval of a transfer in the general fund from 62410 other supplies, $800, 63920 food and lodging, $1,000 to 64410 furniture and fixtures, $1,000, and 64490 other equipment, $800. Total transfer of $1,800.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
I have no problem, Madam Chair, with the grant. I'm not on the grant oversight committee.
You don't have to be. Oh, well,
That's fine. I don't mind making them.
the grant committee, and if they're on the agenda, most likely, I mean, it's the grant committee has approved these.
I see. In Department 4005, which is
Right.
juvenile court, I move for approval of a grant application and grant approval. From Indiana Department of Corrections Juvenile Detention Alternatives Initiative. JDAI grant renewal.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please. I mean, all in favor signify by aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Madam President, from
Councilman Brown.
the Juvenile Detention Center, 8003 is the application for a grant. Indiana Office of Court Services Improvement Grant Program with Lake County Community Corrections Juvenile Grant renewal. So
Somebody second, I heard. Yeah. Dave.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Sorry, I was reading some. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, Councilman Niemeyer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 15 is a transfer in the County Highway Fund 1102. I move to approve from 61110 officials and administrators, $2,000, 61130 technicians, $4,000, 61170 skilled craft workers, $80,000, 61180 service and maintenance, $94,000 to 61100 overtime, $180,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
it is written on here, withdrawn.
The one on, yeah, you have to go to the next page. That one was withdrawn, so there was one added. There was a,
15B.
yeah, they underestimated the overtime due to all this
Holiday.
white stuff we have out there.
The holiday, the holiday,
Holidays.
on Veterans Day, the snow removal guys got paid double time.
Yeah, that too. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye. Aye opposed. Motion passes.
Madam Chair, I move to approve in Public Works a transfer in the County General Fund from 61170 skilled craft workers, 4,000, 61180 service maintenance, 20,000 to 61100 overtime, 24,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed. Motion passes.
Madam President, the sheriff department is requesting from 8001 a resolution permitting Lake County Sheriff to pay outstanding 2023 and 2024 invoices / debts from the 2025 budget. I so move.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yeah.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes. Motion passes 7-0.
The sheriff also has a grant application and grant approval from the Grant Oversight Committee. U.S. Department of Homeland Security / Indiana DNR Enforcement Division 2026 Marine Patrol Assistance Grant. I so move.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Madam President, I move to approve a transfer in the Criminal Division Public Defender's Office 9002, transfer from the County General Fund from 63190 other professional service, $7,000 to 62110 office supplies in the amount of 7,000. For a total of 7,000.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Madam President.
Councilman Brown.
The Health Department is requesting an ordinance establishing the Lake County Health Department's Autism, Trauma, and Injury Prevention Grant Fund. I've seen a move.
Elopement. So they can't.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion.
County residents, they can come get it.
Roll call,
Madam
please.
Chairman?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was
That's
trying
okay.
to, I think it's kind of important I was not familiar with this grant, and if there is anyone that's on here that's more familiar with this, I was trying to ascertain how this benefits the.
My understanding is, Madam Chairman,
Yes. go-
is it's a $10,000 anti-elopement grant for kids to be provided to autistic parents of autistic children so that they can't elope from the residence.
Yeah.
Which I know that parents need as much help as we can, so maybe just by mentioning it here, they can
Yes.
contact the health department to get help and financial help to secure their homes for these kids. Sure, the sheriff's department appreciate that we get sent out less calls of, you said elopement.
Yeah, I believe the sheriff, do they still have the program where they provide the bracelets for autism and?
Yes, we do, and we're gonna be starting a new program, it's called a Blue Envelope Program, where a driver has been in possession of the stop police officer, they get, police are notified them they're on the autism spectrum, so we're continuing to increase our support for autism programs for our officers and first responders.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and I know there's been training for officers as well.
It's important.
Okay, any further questions? Discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam President.
Yes.
For suspension of the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded for suspension of the rules. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
I'll move for approval of the.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded for approval on second reading. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Okay, Lake County Commissioners, Councilman Brewer.
Resolution to approve the transfer of $287,500 from seated fund, fund number 4012 to Lake County Debt Service, 2025 SRF bond, fund number 4359.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
A resolution to approve the transfer of group employee benefit self-insured accrual fund, fund 1001999 26514, non-reverting self-insured liability fund, fund number 4541-6002-63420, and jail inmate medical fund, fund number 4414-6002.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion.
Discussion.
Yes.
Um,
Councilman.
just, general question for Scott, for my own understanding. Is this not something that we fund as part of like next year's budget? We just kind of make additions to these things as we go? What's the mechanism of how all this works?
So, towards the end of the year, we identify surpluses in budgets. The bulk of these dollars are derived from vacant positions. So when we, as practice, when we plan the budget, every position gets $29,000 of benefits attached to it. But we only draw on each payroll of filled positions. So as the vacant positions accumulate dollars throughout the year, in December, we take the remaining dollars and transfer them into the public service fund. I don't know, it's a matter of really, even how it's set up for the accrual system at Lake County right now. So at the end of the year, we just ensure that whatever number we budgeted, we actually do move into that fund.
Gotcha.
There might be another mechanism that we follow at some point, to maybe even avoid this transaction, but it's currently not.
Is there a shortfall currently? Or we're just doing it just to kind of true up what we had budgeted?
The latter, true what we had budgeted.
Okay.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yeah.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Resolution 2, declaratory resolution for the designation of an economic revitalization area, Venture One LLC.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Okay. Roll call, please.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Resolution 3, Lake County Council resolution requesting statewide 911 service, enhanced prepaid wireless telecommunication services, change be placed on the Indiana General Assembly legislative agenda.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yeah.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
I wonder if this will take priority on the Indiana General Assembly's agenda, since they have so many other important things to take care of.
I doubt it. Not in this state, unless maybe it's picking creatures out of the state, maybe we might be right.
I vote yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0, and I ask that the staff forward this resolution to the delegation. All right.
Ordinance.
Next, our part-time ordinance pay rate.
Ordinance 1, Lake County part-time employee pay rate ordinance for 2026.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Number 2, Lake County.
We need second reading.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Suspension of the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded for suspension of the rules. Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam President, I move for passage on second reading.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go. Go ahead.
Passage on second reading.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Or did you already have that?
I didn't hear it. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Do we want to take turns and just go down?
Do we have the mileage rate?
On the next one, Councilman, on the next one, the federal rate has not been set yet, so that should probably be deferred to January.
Let's make a motion to first.
That is January 13th.
Madam President, I make a motion to defer Lake County mileage rate ordinance 2026 to January 13th.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
Ordinance concerning holiday schedule for the calendar year of 2026.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindamotor,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0 on first reading.
Madam President, I make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made to suspend with the rules and seconded. Roll call, please.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindamotor,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Make a motion to pass on second reading.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion, roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindamotor,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
The next one, Madam Chairman.
Yes.
We could defer that also, please.
Yes. Councilman Brewer.
Madam President, I make a motion to defer ordinance number 4 to our January 13th meeting.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to defer to January 13th. Discussion?
Discussion.
Oh, we don't have discussion on deferments.
You asked for it.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm always happy to discuss.
I know you are. All in favor, signify by aye. Aye opposed, motion passes.
Be careful what you ask.
I know. Loose lips. All right, next are contracts and agreements.
Madam Chair, make a motion to approve the contract for the law office of Thomas O'Donnell.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call,
Discussion.
please. What's that?
Discussion, please.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
So back during the budget time, I had asked every department, including our own, to review professional services line items, why they're necessary, how much we're spending on them, where we have redundancy. And so far, I've received no input on that from any departments. Very little desire to look at that. I have a desire to look at it. So I'm going to ask the same question to every contract we have in front of us today is, what do you do here? What do you contribute to the process?
You asking me?
Yes, sir.
Sure. I don't know that a day goes by that I don't do something for the county council, whether it's talking to the State Board of Health, the State Board of Accounts, other office holders, attorneys for other office holders. I review all of the ordinances that come in as prepared by Ray's office, all the resolutions. I monitor if there's any litigation pending. I deal with the county attorney, Mr. Fetch, on a weekly, if not more, basis. I attend all the council meetings. That's about it.
Good.
They need about 140 hours a week, right?
Do you have an estimate of how much time that does take as far as?
I don't keep track of it. No, I touch some file or some aspect of it. I don't want to be hyperbolic, but probably daily. Something.
So it's Ray's office that prepares ordinances and resolutions and you do review?
It's, my understanding is it's Lisa that does it. I'm sure Ray, with Ray's oversight. And then she sends them to me for my review, and then I review them, and then we get them to Tori to get them on the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Discussion.
Yes.
Kind of in the same vein as what Randy was talking about, and I've talked to some of the attorneys here, and it's nothing personal against anybody. I agree that they all do good work. I'm just of the opinion, as we look at other departments and ask them to review their own budgets, I think we do have a surplus of a brain trust here, with the amount of work that we have. Just a comment.
Anyone else?
Yes, is there are we leaning towards eliminating some of the attorney positions? Or we're not satisfied with the outcome of the attorneys?
I can only speak for myself. I've talked to some of the attorneys here and I think that we have a surplus of attorneys personally. I think everybody does a great job. That's not the problem. I just think that there's duplication of tasks, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I echo what Pete said, Charlie. There's not a personal feeling here. I have been treated fairly and well by everybody that's worked for the county, so there's no attack being made on anyone personally. I agree that we have 4 attorneys for the county council is a bit much. I found out last week that the sheriff's department has 7. That's also ridiculous. There are some professional services contracts in this building that need serious scrutiny.
I agree. I agree that, you know, we have to make financial constraints as well on the council. And so we'll handle these one by one. So any further discussion on the contract for Tom O'Donnell? Okay. All right, roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindemotor,
No.
Bilski, Neemeyer,
No,
Ham,
Yes.
Yes, Jeff.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Yep.
Did we get everybody? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Charlie, I thought you called Charlie. Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, am I voting now?
Yes.
We need to have an assessment. We've talked about it for the longest, about do we have too many or do we have an overabundance of contracts in the council's department? I will vote this time, but I think the council as a body need to take a long, hard look at, do we have too many? And do not only with the attorneys, but in other areas from the council's office. So I vote yes.
Okay, and I'm a yes, so that's 5-2. 5 yes, 2 no. Motion passes. Okay, Law Office of Attorney Ray Zarmak. It's his professional corporation, correct? Okay.
Madam Chair, motion to approve contract.
Was that a second?
Yes.
Oh, a motion's been made and seconded. Discussion.
Same question for you, Ray. What is your core function duties here?
Same answer. No, our office takes care of all the resolutions and, ordinances that coming from the council. I have, the contract is with, not vehicles, my office, and I use, Lisa Turgovich as my researcher. She's been with me 40 years, and she has, as I do, and Tom does too, we have vast knowledge of the county business. We're going to look for some data. I have kept in my office over 40 years, 45 years, a copy of almost every resolution, every ordinance we've done. So that makes it goes smoother. I have been maybe with an hourly thing. I think an hourly attorney probably would, if you look at some of the cities and towns that have, as you had, definitely, some of the towns and
We had a lump sum contract when I was there.
they guess it's, where we could look back in our knowledge of the office and position and pull up something, put it together. Yeah, but it's regarding putting together something quick, and I think all of you have have done this. We're open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I get details. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, we have something ready for the Tuesday meeting. And we will have it ready. What's really important, I think, is not only when we have it ready, it'll be done correctly. Based on experience that we have.
And I will verify that you've done that a number of times when I've called you, been able to produce documents quite quickly, and it's appreciated. Just seems like there's a bit of overlap between your office and Tom's office as far as what is actually done here.
Well, what we do is we get request from someone that is going through town. And might be looking for backup. Or what we've done so far, more than likely, when it comes, here's what we do, when it comes to my office, Lisa, she's the guard at the door. She looks at it, she pulls what's needed to grant it or change it or do whatever we need to do. And then we give it back to Tom or whoever gave it to us, because we get requests from office holders, not only just you and other people, other departments. And then I take a look at it. A lot of times, about 50% of the time, I have to draft something that's brand new, where the other 50% of the time we would pull out or plug in new numbers, new names in the existing statute and ordinance maybe we used 20 years ago. And that's about it. There's just things that come up and they found it's correct. There's something every day. There's something every day.
I'm not doubting that. It just that I don't, maybe this question for you too, Mr. O'Donnell, is do you not have the capacity at the $126,000 contract to have staff together to handle these things, so we're not kicking it back and forth all the time to two separate offices?
Well, I think would it be nice if Lisa was in my office? Absolutely. But she works for Ray. So if at some point, that wouldn't be a great idea. I have staff that could do it. The institutional knowledge that you're getting from Lisa is invaluable. I think one of the things that I forgot to mention that I bring, and I think I hope Scott would back me up on this, is the financial knowledge after having sat here for 12 years, that Scott and I can talk intelligently about the way that process works. But yeah, is there another person that could do this is there another person who has the knowledge that Lisa has? Probably not. Could they be trained? Absolutely.
Madam President.
Yes.
I'm tardy in raising this question, but why isn't this handled as in a closed door session with the attorneys rather than in a public?
I don't know that it would fall under the open door law. We're not really, we're contractors. We're not employees. If it was a personnel, I would be nervous about doing this. I think it's
a healthy discussion.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine
attacking it. And I just ask questions.
I agree that it's healthy, but it comes very close to being a personnel issue. Even it's just a matter of shifted over to a contract and not getting all the benefits and the offices and so forth here. I thought that, any of the other attorneys have an issue, opinion on this about whether this is something that should be done in closed session?
Yeah, I think you can't, discussing hiring someone or approving a contract like this for an employee. I'll say, but 99% of the time is not a closed door issue for now. You can do an executive session to discipline someone or question them while to be hired, someone that's going to be hired. But what we're doing right now should be open.
Yes.
Ray, I want you to know and any of our attorneys, if I call you or message you on a Friday, you don't have to answer me till Monday. You can enjoy your weekend. So
I don't feel that way.
you do, you can take a break. Okay, any further discussion?
That's something off the discussion you just had was between Ray and.
I told them that if I contact them on Friday evening or Saturday, that really I don't expect an answer until Monday. That's, unless it's urgent, which usually it's not. So that I can wait till Monday. Okay, any further discussion on the contract of Ray? So Ray's contract is $60,000 and so,
It's 84.
Plus
oh, is it, how much?
It's 84,000.
$2,000 a month on top of it. It's 84.
Oh, that's not the information, Tori. Okay. Okay, so that includes, right, okay. Okay, all in favor, or roll call please on the contract with Ray Al Zarmak PC.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
No.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
No,
Ham,
Absent.
It's contract.
Oh. Motion passes 5.
Miller,
Sorry.
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 5-2. Next is a contract of Councilman Brewer. Or whoever wants to make a
Madam
motion.
Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the contract for law office of John I.D. Livingston.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
a discussion. Same question. Shauna, what is what are your key roles? What do you contribute?
Sure. Before you is another contract, again, same contract as last year for the litigation arm of the council. I guess to Councilman Brown's question, when it comes to litigation, there are certainly things that maybe should take place in executive session, but I don't intend to get into those things. Overview, since I've been here, I have defended us on 2 cases, one on an appeal, one in court that is still pending in Lake Superior Court. There is the constitutional claim that we tried to champion unsuccessfully, but I think I've discussed with most of you. I did brief all of that before the court, and we did lose on the constitutional question of whether probation officer salaries should be paid from the county or from the state. We made our very best argument. As you all know, I took the litigation contract, I think at a considerably reduced rate than my predecessor had been paid. And in addition to that, because litigation is such that some days you spend all of your time doing it, weeks and weeks on end to with no other real work coming into the office or getting done at the office, you are completely concentrated on it. And then other weeks with litigation, there's nothing. And so I have tried my best, and hopefully you all are satisfied with it, but to be here, to be present, to answer any research questions, certainly to teamwork with Attorney O'Donnell every opportunity that we get. We talk about it a lot, and I'm just always here, and I try to, crank out good work product whenever I get a research assignment, just basically anything that I can be of assistance to the council.
And I will say that you have done a great job when tasked with those sorts of deep dives into things, with pulling out information. So your competency to me is not in question here. We're up to 285 on our running bill now on attorneys.
Not mine.
Well, not yours, but I'm saying altogether. We still got one more contract to consider. So that's where this has to be considered, because we have asked everyone in this building to take a haircut. I just got mine done yesterday. So it's important that we kind of stick with that program. And is there, Madam Chair, is there I'm just thinking out loud here, a situation where there's litigation. It seems like with 2 attorneys that are kind of the lead attorneys for the council, with the offices of Ray Zarmak and Tom O'Donnell, that couldn't some litigation be handled through that, especially minor things? I mean, I suppose if you have a major litigation project, you need a more focused team, but I'm just thinking out loud here. If we've got two attorneys, can't that be tasked in that direction?
Well, I think, Madam Chairman, if I could, I think one of the areas of expertise that, other than vast municipal knowledge over multiple municipalities in this county, Sean also is one of the few lawyers that writes appeals and prosecutes appeals. And I think that's a value that she brings. It is a skill set that I do not have. And I think that we don't need to contract it out to an Indianapolis law firm when that happens, because Shauna has the capability of handling that. So.
Any other discussion?
Madam Chair, I'll say that Tom, successful attorney, busy. I know he could spend time in court. I don't get an answer. I call Shauna immediately and I get a lot of day-to-day information that I might need. And I get that directly from Shauna. And he's right there for me and does an excellent job. I'll be supporting him.
Anyone else?
Just, Madam Chair, that the amount of money that we do gain by having our professional team put together and the amount of settlements that we've made, and going back prior to Shauna with Jerry Bishop, and you yourself know that some of those lawsuits, we saved millions. And I think Ray and Tom both were being in the council and some of those things. We've had a huge savings by those victories that we did, the little achievements for the victories for the taxpayers of Lake County for these frivolous lawsuits. So I mean, that service that we've earned, I think, is easily recaps and pays for the attorneys.
Right.
Okay, anyone else? I feel that if we need it, nothing wrong with your competence, as Councilman Nevares said, you know, done a good job of what you've done. I just feel that if we have a litigation case that we really need the expertise, then we hire that person, then we start contracting. We can look at Shauna, or we can look at other attorneys as well. So I don't believe that we need a contract right now with Shauna. This is a way for us to be a little more financial responsible. So I think when that time comes, then we can contract with somebody, because we don't have these litigation often. And I think that was part of the reason of not approving Jerry Bishop's contract as well. It was like, it's not work all the time. There's not litigation in cases all the time. So I will not be approving your contract. That's my roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
No.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
No.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
A question, is Mr. limited to litigation or other kinds of legal work that can and should be done?
She does projects also and investigates funds. There's a fund project. She just was working on the project labor agreement issues and doing research on that.
With all due respect, we do have a motion on the floor.
Yeah.
And I will say that she's done some projects, but I believe those projects, we have two others attorneys, and I think those projects can be handled by our two attorneys. So.
Well, it's back to my initial inquiry about, do we have a council committee to look at, separated from this contract time, to look at our needs and whether they are being met or whether we should go in another direction?
We can establish that committee for next year.
We actually were presented that committee this last summer and was voted down. So.
I don't remember. All right, Councilman Brown, you have to make a decision.
yes. Sid,
No. I didn't hear Councilman Brown's vote.
He said aye.
He said aye, so motion passes 4-3. Okay,
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve the contract of Linda S. Garcia Marmaleo.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded, discussion.
Our discussion, same question for Linda, what is done here and what you contribute to the process. Can you come up to a mic, please?
Oh, we should have asked all of them. Oh, she doesn't have a mic at all.
Thank you.
That's right.
It's just hard to hear from back there. Thank you.
Good morning.
At this time, what I'm responsible for are the ordinances, the county ordinances, keeping them in order, making sure they get published through the American Legal Publishing Company. That includes the hard copy for the different departments that are interested in having a hard copy in their offices. Also, the online process. I also am available and have answered questions regarding the ordinances. If there was something that was overruled or there was a question about it, I answered that. I also was working with Human Resources regarding any ordinances that there was confusion about. And I also attend the council meetings to keep abreast of what is going on in the council. And in my past experiences working with Ray, I handled research, legal writing, and collaborating with drafting of legal documents.
So if I can get this straight, we have a firm that crafts the ordinances, an attorney that reviews them, another attorney that reviews them, and another one that does projects researching them.
I also,
Okay,
Is legal expertise necessary to be able to post these things online, or can we just have
Not-
staff members do that internally?
I think that before I handled the ordinances, they were handled by Dante Rondelli, which was Scott's predecessor. So in that vein, I would say yes. But I have used my legal expertise to handle any questions that I have, that I don't know if anyone else did.
And I want to add though, in the comment you made, we have ceased giving these departments, or I made a decision on my own to cease making these hard copies because it was costing us $7,000 when we can receive one copy and Tori can send that ordinance to the departments.
The publisher is not charging for hard copies.
Pardon?
The publisher is not charging for hard copies.
Well, I received a box and I received an invoice for $7,000. I recall that. And that's when I advised you not to have those hard copies made in.
Right, and I did what you asked.
Yeah, okay.
But I also received an email from the publisher saying that they are not charging for hard copies.
Okay, well, that's a discussion to be had, because I know I received a bill, we received an invoice for $7,000. Okay, any further discussion? Well, even now, I find it even more important to make sure we review all these contracts and perhaps make some adjustments. Roll call, please.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
no,
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer,
Pass.
Brown,
Madam President, it would appear as though we need to service with these contracts, we need to contract out to a human resources agency to indicate to us whether we have too much or not enough legal services.
Yeah.
This kind of issue should not be glazed over in a meeting such as this. I'm disturbed by us having to, at the D-Day, determine whether we're going to approve. Has there been an
Okay,
assessment?
Councilman Brown, I have to remind you, we're taking a vote. There was discussion time. So if you could kind of stay in order a bit. When I ask for discussion, I would appreciate if that's when you spoke up. So we have roll call at the time. And I understand, I agree. But let's say we had a room of contractors when you have to ask questions. We ask departments questions. This is just open conversation. And I see nothing wrong with it. Legally, I don't believe we can have it behind closed doors. It's just like when the commissioners are contracting with someone, sometimes they do the bidding and sometimes they ask questions out on the floor. So it's nothing more. It's not comparing them with each other. It's finding out what they do.
Well, I guess I'm falling back to my old days of the General Assembly that prior to a vote, I raise questions.
During discussion time.
Yeah, she called.
That's what I'm asked. You can finish your comment. I'm just reminding you that when I say it's discussion time, that's when you ask questions, give your opinion. I'm all open to that. But you seem to now be doing it when it's roll call.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
like I said, I'm falling back on my old days.
Okay.
In the General Assembly.
Okay.
Before I vote on something, I may have some questions. Something may have come up prior to.
Okay, that hasn't been the practice here, but go ahead. You had a question?
I don't want to disturb any of the practices here. But
That's okay.
I vote yes.
Lindamotor,
No.
Brewer,
Yes.
Cleared,
Yes. Motion passes
Madam President,
5-2. Councilman Brewer.
I'm
Oh, this is where we at. This is where I take over.
okay.
I now open nominations for Board of Zoning Appeals.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does anyone nominate?
Nominate Bob Zubrick. I have a letter of recommendation. It should be in their files. I could pass it down.
No, that's all.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing now, I now appoint Bob Zubrick to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Domestic Violence Fatality Review Team, I now open motions for the civil/criminal judge and the Child Protective Service employee.
Madam Chair, I nominate Judge Julie Cantrell and Eric Zagazowski.
You should know that one.
It's easy. And then last name. What?
Okay, are there any other nominations?
We have a correction. I've just been brought down. I think I made a mistake in the last nomination with Zubrick.
That's a resignation.
That was a resignation letter, but Madam Chair, I'll address that after this.
Okay.
I'll ask to revisit.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Judge Julie Cantrell and Eric Zagorowski to the County Domestic Violence Fatality Review Team.
Madam
Okay.
Chair, if we could please revisit item 21D1. I had made an error. The letter was from Bob Zubrick, says he's dealing with some medical issues and he's requesting to be removed from the BZA. And the second letter I have here is the letter of acceptance. So I'd like to
Okay, so
if you could reopen nominations because he is a decline, not an offer.
Okay, there's a motion to revisit the appointment for the Board of Zoning Appeals. Is there a second? Motion's been made in second. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. All in favor, signify by aye. Oh, we did that. Okay. Motion passes. Okay, go ahead with, I hereby reopen, nominations for Board of Zoning Appeals.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Charles Gamblin from Lowell, Indiana.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby Charles Gamblin I hereby appoint Charles Gamblin to the Board of Zoning Appeals. And I want to thank Bob Zubrick for his service.
Yeah, here's his resignation if you didn't get a copy.
Okay, next is Contracting Licensing Board. I hereby open up nominations.
Okay, Madam Chair, I like to nominate Sal Espino and electrician David Soderquist.
Motions, any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Sal Espino and Dave Soderquist to the Contractors Licensing Board. County Property Tax Board of Appeals.
Madam Chair, I nominate Carly Brandenburg and Kenneth Barksdale.
Motion's been, any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Carly Brandenburg and Kenneth Barksdale to the Peterboa. And I'm sure they've all met the qualifications.
Madam Chair, item 21E.
Yep. Hereby open up nominations for the Lake County Redevelopment Commission.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate John Bldg and yourself, Council Lady Christine Sid, if you still want to.
I do.
Okay. So we're on nominations.
Okay, any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Christine Sid and John Bldg to the Lake County Redevelopment Commission. I hereby now open nominations for the Northwest Indiana Community Action Corporation.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Pete Lindermulder and Tim Brown as a proxy.
It's President Ruski. It's not a good enough Polish name for you.
I know. I've been trying, Pete. I do apologize. It's the extra R.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It fixed you up every time.
The extra R?
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Pete Lindemulder and Tim Brown as proxy to the Northwest Indiana Community Action Corporation. I hereby open up nominations for the Contract Licensing Board.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Councilman Charlie Brown.
Do you accept?
Yes.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I hereby appoint Charlie Brown to Contract Licensing Board. Sid Gardner Scholarship Committee.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Councilman Pete Lindemulder and Council Lady Christine Sid. Is that better?
Bravo.
You're three.
Don't worry, next I'll lose it just as quick as I can.
There are none. Okay.
That Midwest vernacular, I can't, it's a blinker, not a turn signal.
Any other nominations? Okay, hearing none, I hereby appoint Pete Lindemulder and Christine Sid to the Garner Scholarship Committee. That's a great committee. All right. At this time, of course, I wanted to do this in the beginning, was to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Public comment. Is there anyone in the public? Please come up to the mic at the podium.
Denise, would you mind using this microphone?
Good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for being allowed to come in today. And just quickly, I am representing the Gary Public Transportation. And as you know, you were very gracious in funding us last year. We talked about what does that mean in terms of improvement. And I look to the people who said When you come back, make sure you talk to us about what happened. We've had some fantastic things going on. I'm sure you've seen, we're on Channel 7 News because we are implementing exactly what we said, better fleet, better environmental attention, making sure that as we are looking at communities, we are working with all of our communities, not just some. We are north, we are south, we are east, we are west. When I came here last year, we went from 4th Avenue to 54 to 92nd. We are now to 102nd. We are now having meetings with Hobart in the town of Maryville, who has asked me to join their task force board as we are looking at expanding transportation in the town of Maryville and Hobart, east and west, north and south. We are moving to look at things like South Lake Mall and Century Plaza as economic development issues. How do we make sure that people not only can see it as a developmental issue for better business, but how are we getting the workforce there? How are we making sure that retail can open up and survive and sustain in these areas because we have access? We've had a tremendous outpour from the universities. You may have seen Indiana University and their wrapped bus talking about free transportation for students who want to enroll. So now that bus is on the BMX, which means it goes from 4th to 102nd. And I didn't know this at the time last year. We have 70 people who are on the bus pretty regularly getting down to 102nd. So I had one of my directors drive the bus because one of the things we did, we saved $900,000 on personnel by consolidation. So we took positions and we mixed them into not fill the seat, fill the talent. Do we have enough talent to move forward and do what we have to do? So our monies have gone into fleet and infrastructure. That's what we spent. Those have also been our savings. So when we looked at what do we have to do to expand, we have to look at who are the people riding. And we found out from our driver that was like an aha moment. 70 of those people on that particular day, they were going to Amazon. They were going to Amazon. They wanted to get to work. And so that picks up from about 55th all the way out to 102nd. As you know, town of Maryville and Hobart are looking at data centers. And so people are looking at where do and how do I connect? And one of the things we discovered was the South Shore can get you to a demographic. You still need surface transit to get to where you're going. They can get you to the city that you want to be or the area that you want to be. But if you still got to call Uber, it doesn't solve your problem.
Exactly.
Okay, so as we're looking at moving forward, what we have talked to our universities about is let us help you enroll. Let us help you get those students there, but also get retail taken care of. So they're spending, we want them to continue spending money in Northwest Indiana. So Calumet College included us in their Lilly Foundation grant. And with that, we were able to not just put a bus pass there, but put 30 bikes in their campus, on their campus. And it's actually going from Calumet College to Hammond to Whiting. And the students are riding the bikes, and you can put the bikes on the bus. So you can get further than just where your legs can take you. And they're motorized bikes, by the way. So we also have a company, and all the companies here in Northwest Indiana that we utilize. And they charge the bikes. They make sure that the bikes are ready for our citizens to use. So I've given you some of this. Let me share with you one big cost saving, because I love going on about this, because this was really hard to get people to understand that this is not just about a vulnerable population. Please don't throw rocks at me for saying that. It is important that the most vulnerable are served, but your transit is also your economic engine on accessibility. We were able to partner with NERC, and we bought 5 used vans that were pristine. They hadn't even taken the plastic off of the lift to get people back in. These are paratransit pieces. In cities like North and South, where you use a lot of paratransit, for the same time that they had their bus, they did not have 90,000 miles on that bus. For the same time we had that bus, we had 320,000 miles. That's an incredible use of what we're doing in this community in Northwest Indiana. So we are just excited. We partnered with NIPSCO, and for 30 years, no one has changed the lighting at the bus terminal on 35th. 30 years. For 30 years, the building had never been power washed on 4th Avenue. We did both. We power washed the building. The people were so generous because they said, Ms. Dillard, you can't afford to power wash this as many times as we're gonna have to do it to get it clean. So they honored us by saying, we'll stay and get it clean because this is unbelievable that this is the first time in 30 years that this has happened. We also went to 35th and NIPSCO walked through and we said, help us save money. That was the request. And we went to LED lighting. And in that LED lighting, it comes on as you walk through.
Wow, very cool.
We have saved $94,000 this year on utilities. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We are looking at our fleet. We were not a city that was high on electric buses, not because they're not economical or looking at environmental. They are important to that. But here's the deal. They're kind of persnickety. They don't like it too hot. They don't like it too cold. They don't want to go too far. You know, we're Hoosiers, we work, you know, so we're accustomed to going till we drop. And so we've had to make special arrangements. However, Volkswagen gifts us a certain amount of that money. So it's them saying, yes, indeed, this is an important facet. We said we got it. So we got 2 new electric buses. Volkswagen, again, helped us with that. And the money you gave us helped us to be the local match. And with that, we were able to buy hybrid buses, which is what our people wanted. They said the hybrid bus will work like a horse all year round. And that's what we need. When I started in 23, we had 10 buses, not in the best of condition. We now have 20 major 34-foot to 50 or 40-foot buses. And we brought in over 11 paratransits. Those new buses that we were able to get at NERC, they were auctioned. We go to
Appropriately, there's one right behind you. It's a red light.
We go to auctions wherever we can save the buck, but we're not looking for a Band-Aid so that we're running garbage. Because I've got to have a system that people feel is reliable. Are you efficient? Are you effective? The answer is, are you reliable? Can I get you on time? Do you adapt to the environment that's around us? For the schools, I'm just tickled that, you know, IU's chancellor, he has come out and really pushed transit. I'm excited that even the RDA has said, when are you gonna come back and talk to us? I am excited that cities are saying, what is our cost of doing business? Give us the cost. So what I am saying to the council, thank you, I need more. Okay, I need more. My accountants, the auditor, we're with Crow, with our audit, we definitely have said, let's see the numbers. Everything that I have presented is mileage. It is not about personnel. This is the mileage spent in your community. And this is what it means in terms of a cost of doing business. And there's a decision that each city must make. Because at no point can one city carry the county. So we are very interested in having, and we talked about this last time, and in fact, President Sid and I met on some things too, yes, in terms of putting things like turnaround points right here in Crown Point. Because we've had areas adjacent to us that are saying, can you come further? Can you get to Lowell? Can you get to St. John on some things? Can we cross boundaries, which the state legislators say we can't? So we're getting calls from Portage, we're getting calls from other communities saying, can we get help? Biggest thing we're getting, school districts are saying, you used to catch buses. We pay $3-4 million for these school buses. Can you help us out? So we are piloting programs like that. You know, we have some schools where they have alternative schools, and we're saying, let's pilot if we can discount your students and we give them an opportunity to ride the bus, because they have to be high school. We can't babysit. We can't babysit. But these are new ideas for this generation of bus riders. That's the only way I knew how to get to school, was to get on a bus, Gus. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, in the
Mommy
sixties,
and daddy were driving us.
in the sixties, you got on the bus. 11th and Colfax took you to Broadway, took you to wherever else you had to go. But that was our experience, and this is not that same generation. So we had to do things like this summer, thanks to Workforce Development Services and the city helping us on some things, as well as GPTC, we took on being a partnership on the summer employment. And we hired 24 students. And the 24 students had an internship, and they were from all over the area. They met at GPTC. They did not even know what that stood for. So imagine when they said, what do you mean you can get on a bus and get to Maryville? How? So what do? We first put them on the bus. And I got to tell you, young people deal with social media in a way I would never have thought. Before they got off the bus, they were on TikTok. And they were on TikTok saying, get on the bus, Gus. I was like, really? You know, this is what we want them to have, as an experience of prosperity, not fear. We want them to have a feeling of, yes, we can, not no, you shan't. We want them to know that we work together as a community to make it happen. We don't always agree. That's okay. But you do respect. And if indeed we are saying that we're moving forward with your help, we have. And I do appreciate that. As we're moving forward, I have a big request. I went down to the state and I said, I know you're taking some money out of my pockets here on some of the things, but I'm going to put this to you. And I have the documents, but I didn't bring them today because I just wanted to say, one, thank you. And two, we're going to move forward. And to move forward, we are suggesting, and I've said this to the mayors, that instead of having someone come every year to ask you for some money, let's do a reoccurring. So that's one of the things I want you to think about, a 4-year reoccurring investment into transportation. And what we were doing was looking at it nationally. We're looking at cities that align with what we do, that look like us, that are sized like us. And they're looking at like $4 million a year for 4 years. And what are you paying for? Now that's, I see the faces. Okay, but what are you paying for? You got to decide if that is the lemon you want to squeeze the juice from. That's the bottom line. Is it important enough to economic development? Is it important enough, as I sit on those industrial councils, many of them, they will say, we've got the land. Do we have the workforce to it? We've got the land. Do we import workforce from other states? Are we ready? And a lot of times we're not, whether it's skill set, whether it's accessibility, but we're working on it. And that's what I try to say to all of the industry people. Don't give up on us because we missed 1 out of 5 marks. Let us try to meet that mark. So we are asking to, I'm getting you prepped a little bit to say, yes, transportation, transit, surface transit is going to prevail in our community. Our people want to get to, whether they're veterans, they don't say hospitals is what they want to get to. They say, I want to go see my friend. I've got a disabled friend that lives on 73rd. I want to get there from the nursing home.
I applaud your leadership, your tenacity, and your financial responsibility and moving the GPTC forward.
Thank
You mentioned that you did speak to the RDA. Did they offer any funding?
They asked, they said, come and see us. I will be very honest with you. We talked.
But did they offer like a specific amount?
I didn't give them one, but they told me what I needed to think about. They said on which you should ask. And this is very open and transparent, which I always am. They said, look at the operations and don't call us for that. And I said, aha, they want us to just get fleet. Increase the fleet. That's pretty much what the RDA has said. Increase your fleet. And keeping in mind, it's in their strategic plan. It is in their strategic plan to put money into transit surface. That's where I got.
Well, that's, I don't mean to cut you off, but I believe that's why they were established. And that's why Hammond gave up their bus system, was because the RDA was going to handle.
Yeah.
No, it was the RDA after the RDA was created. No, it was the RDA.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the RDA. The statute read about transportation. And, I recall, because I know when they were doing the expansion of the South Shore, at the time Congressman Bzdg, because I brought up that same issue. Well, yeah, like I know I can go to East Chicago, I could get off on the train in East Chicago, but where do I go if my destination is the beach? How do I get there? Okay, or, you know, how do you get there? And so I told them we also needed the funding for bus transit. And, the RDA has never taken on that responsibility. So hopefully they will, help you out.
Madam Chair, can I ask a question? When are you planning on coming to a council meeting with a proposal?
I'll be here at the next one.
Do you have, so you said you're up to 50 buses?
No.
No,
We
20.
have like 20.
20?
Yes.
Okay. So are those, how many are on the road at any given time? What's the ridership? I mean, I need to see all those numbers.
No worries. We do that on a weekly basis. I'm looking at my phone right now because if a route goes down, I have a guy who will call me, who's the manager of routes and the destination. He'll call me and say, Mrs. Dillard, that bus is down. We're putting on a transit.
And what's the price point? You know, what's the average amount of money each rider is paying?
About a bit more.
About $1?
You know, yeah, and some of it less, depending if they're seniors. You know.
Yeah, I'm just looking for those metrics so I can understand your revenue stream, your ridership, what your fleet is. Do you have a breakdown of how many drivers you have, what they're being paid, and, okay.
Yeah, in
Please have
fact,
that.
we have unions, so keep in mind that too.
That's fine.
Yeah, and with that, we negotiate that contract every, 3 years. So we're very much so, what we have right now that's a little interesting is, we've been asked to be a training center for Northwest Indiana and join some of the collegiate schools that are junior colleges, because who's preparing for electric buses?
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Denise. Does anyone else have any comments or questions? Thank you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Anyone else in the audience wish to speak? Okay, hearing none.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, and we have an executive session.
Starting